Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Zoom In with Zach. Super excited to have you as always. Make sure you are liking, commenting, and sharing. We are live on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and Facebook. And I got another awesome guest who I met through the media world here in Philly, who's also doing some amazing things in PR and in events. So I'm super excited to introduce you. But as you know, we got to get it started. So again, welcome, like, share the show, and let's get into another Zoom In with Zach. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Zoom In with Zach. Super excited to have you with me today. As you know, I've been doing these dad jokes, and I got a good one for y'all today. All right, what do you do when your Nintendo game ends in a tie? All right, what do you do when your Nintendo game ends in a tie? If you think you know the answer, put it in the comments. I'm curious to see if anybody gets this right before the end of the show. I'm going to see if my guest knows it at the end of the show as well. But we're going to hop right into it today. So I know it started a couple minutes late. And that's because I had to really talk to my guest because I haven't seen her in such a long time. And she does so much. She's so unique and interesting. And I actually felt kind of bad because I thought she was still in Philly. But she's actually enjoying her best life down in Miami. I'm jealous to say the least. But super excited to introduce you all to my friend, Miss Danielle Jeter. Danielle, what's up?
Hello. Hi,
How
Zach.
are you? Indeed, it's so good to see you. So good to see you. First off, thank you for joining me. I know you just came out of a meeting and it's been crazy and all that good stuff, but I appreciate you taking some time to chat with me and my LinkedIn community. How are you doing today?
I am great. What's up, LinkedIn? Super excited about this conversation, and I'm loving Zooming with Zach. So keep up the great work.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So let's jump into actually how I got to know you. So just being in this media landscape and doing events, over the years here in Philly, you were one of the people that I ended up just like seeing a lot at different events. And I hinted to you earlier, one of the most memorable times that I had come across, I knew who you were. And I ended up helping out with an event for Charles Roberts. He was doing the Social World Professionals Networking. I mess up his abbreviation all the time, but he's doing an event at a hotel, and you were one of the guest speakers along with Donovan West and some other awesome folks. And to start your session, you danced. Like when I tell you, you had the outfit on, you came down the middle of the row. You might have did some backflips. I don't quite remember, but like it was a full routine, and I was just like, "Whoa!" She just came in here, was like, "I'm going to run the room," and of course, you had everyone's attention on 1,000 from that point forward. But that was just so unique, and I was like, "All right, like I know of her, but I definitely need to know her. Like this is super cool." But tell folks a little bit about what you do. Clearly, hint on your passion for dancing. But again, let folks know all about your business.
Yes, that was such a great moment.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that was a really great time, and actually one of my initial speaking engagements, and me actually being on the speaker circuit. So that was dope. And you're not the first person who says I remember you from that event. I've actually spoken to several people since then who actually said the same thing. So I have to continue to incorporate that in my routine.
Sure.
Hello again, everyone. I am Danielle Jeter, affectionately known as Jeter, and I am the founder and CEO of AOI Events and PR. We are a full service public relations firm, and we've been in business now for 13 years. I actually got started at 19 years old. I was a student at Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, and graduated during the recession. And I said, hey, I need a plan B in case my plan A doesn't work out, which was actually to go be a school teacher and teach, Black history. And so God had way different plans for me, something even more unique. And so I launched this business, AOI. And what we do is provide full service premium PR services to our clientele. We do public relations and media placements. We do branding, and we also do business development. And we also aid our clients in events, event production, and special events. So we love to work with those B2B clients who are totally invested in their marketing and their brand building. And all of the work that we do actually raises the brand awareness, credibility, and notoriety of our clients, positioning them as subject matter experts in their chosen niche. So we represent clients all over the nation and now even internationally. So it's been an awesome ride for these last 13 years being in business, and I'm just as excited as day one.
That's so awesome, and that's important. Having that passion in what you're doing, especially as an entrepreneur, to get through the tough days, to get through the long haul. Because I've been in this entrepreneurial space since 2014, so that's coming up on 8 years, a little over 8 years,
Yeah,
and I have days where I'm just like, dang, like I'm glad I love what I do because today was tough, and tomorrow gonna be tough too. Like that's a common occurrence, unfortunately.
yeah,
But you do it really well, and major props to you. You were telling me how you've kind of been able to work virtually. We're doing that way before the pandemic.
for
So now you blew my mind that you're in Miami. You've been there down for a little while, but I wasn't aware. You're still able to run your business there. You're able to have clients back in Philly. Tell me a little bit about the scope of how far you work and how working virtually benefits what you do.
Yeah, so at 19, when you're starting a business and you're bootstrapping it, and you don't have a lot of money when you're doing that. Coming from a private institution where I had school loans, so I had to be creative from the very beginning. And so, always offering my team a virtual option to work always worked out for us. So, we started out with the coffee shop thing, and then we went to co working spaces. And when we were in the co working spaces, the purpose of being there was for us to have a space where we can connect, human connection one on one with our team members and also our clients. But my team always was able to create a flexible schedule, and we're able to pick and choose 1 or 2 days out of the week where they can just check in and work from home. So I never, was very hung up on the idea of, you have to be in person to do your work. I just say you have to meet the deadline. I don't care if you're
Right,
in or if you're at your grandmother's house in the basement, or if you're in the office. Whatever you have to do to meet the deadline is what is most important to me, so that we can service our clients at the highest level. So that virtual option has been extremely awesome. It has allowed me to see the world, to be able to check in from wherever I am, and not to be limited, right? I can do business anywhere in any location and still be able to make money and be able to service clients and also meet new people in the process. So it's always been, for us, even pre-pandemic, millennials have been doing this for a long time.
right, right. That's awesome, and you picked one of the best places to go to if you're going to be virtual. You're virtually in Miami. Like I'm jealous. I'm just going to put it out there.
have to,
I'm really.
you have to
I
come.
do. I do. Philly is wilding right now. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy. Not only from the heat waves to the violence. Like it's a spot that I'm now open to like leaving, and it's terrible. I'm from Philly. I love Philly, but Miami sounds pretty nice around this time.
one day,
Um,
a good
right,
time.
Now check it out. Crux of our show. I want to get this out. Get you these three random questions. All right. So what I need you to do, Danielle, is you're going to give me a three-digit number. None of the numbers can be the same. And I'm going to give you three questions that correspond with the numbers you gave me. So what is your magic number here, Danielle?
My number is 609. Shout outs to South Jersey.
609. Shout out to South Jersey. South Jersey in the house. And of course, folks, again, other than just liking, commenting, and sharing the show, if you have questions for Danielle, you're welcome to throw them in the chat and we'll try to answer live. But let's get to your first question. 6. Okay. What skill set did you gain or improve during the quarantine?
Oh, so this is a really great question, Zach. The skill set that I gained during the pandemic is actually sales, and I love sales. I love the process of sales,
Yeah.
being able to create a sales process in my business that's automated, being able to bring on sales associates and the sales team. And that has really improved my business. I would say 10x my business, 10,000%, knowing how to really do lead generation and how to get new business in the doors and not having to rely on referrals and having to do events, which are very taxing on your resources and on even your just your energy and your abilities as a human. So being able to have an effective sales process that is digital has been awesome. Awesome. Last night, literally just looking up videos on YouTube and just learning more about the sales process, and really being able to learn and follow from Grant Cardone, who is based here in Miami as well. If y'all don't know who Grant Cardone is, go ahead and
Mhm.
get involved, get connected. He's one of the most influential sales and business leaders of our generation.
Facts, facts. Um, and that's a great skill. That's a great skill to hone. I started as a sales guy way back in the day, coming out of Temple. And for me, doing it in the corporate level, there were times where I did get tired of it. But I also, once I became an entrepreneur, I realized how valuable that skill set was,
So
and me
valuable.
being able to grow my brand, grow my client's brand. So major props to you for doing it and loving it, because not everybody loves sales that's in sales.
Love
You
sales.
know.
I love the process of the just being able to make an offer and just see what's going to happen at the end. It also gives you an opportunity to really connect with people, learn about them, learn their
Mhm.
where they are in their business or in their journey in life, and how whatever solutions you have you can offer to them,
Yeah.
and being able to dictate your dollar, so anybody who's looking for like an endless salary opportunity where you could just dictate how much money you make on a monthly basis, you want to look into sales, and there's so many different avenues to get into the space.
100%. 100%. Um, Zero was your second number. And I love it when people got a zero in there, because zero means random. That means I get to pick the question. And anyone who's watched this show or watched a bunch of these shows, they know what my favorite question is. And I'm
Ooh.
going right to it. It was number 7. If you could only listen to one album or artist while you do work, what or who would it be?
Ooh, that is a tough one.
Only
One
give me one. And I have been flexible in giving people an album and an artist, because sometimes that could be different. Um, but you tell me what's on your mind. Who you listening to?
um I might go with like this kid, a Burner Boy, something in the Afro beats environment.
Fits. Yep. Yep. I feel like I don't recall what you were playing when you came out dancing at that one event, but like my mind's vibe puts Afro beats in that
Yeah.
in my mind when I play that back. But no, that's what I'm listening to when I'm working out now. That's my new wave, and everyone seems to be really getting into Afro beats these days, which is fantastic. Um,
Music, it
cool.
keeps your spirits high and
It does. It's energetic. It's not
energy.
100 person. Like it's clean. It's like
Yep.
I'm all the way there. I'm all the way there. And 9, because you were shouting out to 609. What's question number 9? What's one of the biggest hurdles you've overcome or didn't overcome, and what have you learned from it?
I get this question a lot when I do interviews about business, and I always share about how starting out in business, being young, black, and female, was a hurdle that I had to overcome because, when I started my business at 19 in 2009, it wasn't super sexy to be a independent young entrepreneur, right? I was one of the anomalies in my graduating class at Spelman in 2010 who actually started a business at that age and went
Mhm.
full-time entrepreneurship. Most people go after amazing corporate opportunities, which is great. And I was interested in that too. However, that wasn't the path for me. So I was always one who kind of curated my own path, very unconventional. And so going into a lot of these meetings, representing, my company, whether it's in corporate settings or just in the business society in general, people would look at me because I'm young, and immediately they would think I was the intern. Now I'm a boss at the table with y'all. Y'all might have 25 years on me, but I'm a CEO, so talking CEO to CEO. And we know this, we know this being business owners who are black, that there was always odds stacked up against us when it came
Mhm.
to funding, when it came to us really wanting to branch out and do big business and not just stay small, but, you know, grow to medium to large size business. So that has always been a hurdle. I will say now we are in a time period where it's more celebrated and welcomed, where you have tons of people moving into the entrepreneurship space. So we have a voice, we have more support group, we have more representation in that
Right.
space. I was one of the pioneers doing it when many people wasn't, and I wasn't doing it part-time. I never did it part-time. I was always full-time.
Wow.
And that hurdle has taught me to look out for other people who look like me, and to make sure that when I open the door, that I bring other people who look like me through the door. So my agenda in business is to always represent women and in Black and brown communities. That is my agenda. And people would say, well, you're limiting yourself. You know, you're only addressing one community. I'm never going to limit myself by that way. There's Black people all over the world. There's Black people who have corporations, who are billionaires, who are making waves by having a niche within our audience. And that's what I'm interested in. So that's what I've learned.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for that response. That was fantastic. And again, LinkedIn community, make sure you're connecting with Danielle. Have her tagged on this LinkedIn video. Of course, you see her Instagram scrolling below. Maybe you're one of those up and coming entrepreneurs that needs a helping hand, needs guidance. You got two people right here that are willing to do that. So make sure you reach out to us. So before we end the show, and it's funny, when I first started doing these dad jokes, I would forget to give the answer. So I had to keep running them back, but I'm getting good at it. I know it's coming, and I know I want to share the answer to this joke. Now, I'll put it up again. I'll give you a chance first to take a crack at this, Danielle. What do you do when your Nintendo game ends in a tie? You got a guess?
I am not the best with this one.
It's corny, but it's good.
Smash it.
Nope. You asked for a Wii match.
Oh.
Yeah, got to get that Wii match. That's nice. Folks, again, thank you so much for watching this episode of Zoom In with Zach. Continue to like, comment, share. If you ask questions later, we'll try to get back to you under the comments and all that good stuff. And of course, make sure you tune in on the next episode. You'll see details on that soon. And as always, very much appreciate you checking us out. And of course, I'm going to leave it to Danielle to close the show. So everybody, have yourself a great rest of your Wednesday. Peace.
This has been an awesome show, Zoom In with Zach. Thank you so much to my friend Zach for having me on his platform. And I'm super excited to be tapped into LinkedIn. So to everyone here on LinkedIn who's tuned in, go ahead and make sure you share this with 5 people that you want to inspire right now, particularly entrepreneurs and CEOs who just need that continued motivation and inspiration. And be sure to connect with me here. Go ahead and send me a message to connect. My whole mission is to tell your story and to make sure that what we're doing in the Black and brown community and with women's stories, women interests, that we're actually sharing those positive stories. So if you're in a space where you're looking to get more visibility, you want more people to understand the work that you're doing, and you have a message and mission that is changing the world, you can look to me for ways for us to work together. There's tons of ways for us to do that. But it's important that people understand what you do and why you do it. And if there's any way that I can support you doing that, whether it's through you coming up with message alignment or with you learning about ways to scale your business, because we're not meant to be in business just to be small. We're meant to be in business to create opportunities for other people and to really have a lifestyle of freedom, that lifestyle that you picture. That moment when you wake up and you're like, this is the things that I want to do. 10 years from now, I see myself doing that. I want to encourage you to let you know that that transformation is real, and that if you are seeking a community, a mentorship, someone to partner with you in on that vision, go ahead and DM me. My team would love to support what you have going on. I'm Danielle Jeter, CEO of AOI Events and PR. You can follow me on Instagram at DPJeter, and you can connect with me right here on LinkedIn, Danielle Page Jeter. It's been another amazing episode of Zoom In with Zach, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.